Good evening now. We begin tonight with a federal hate crime trial taking place here in Columbia. The centers around the death of a transgender woman from nearly 5 years ago in Allendale County. News 19's Zoe Henry joins us in studio tonight with details on the case. Zoe?
In August 2019, LaDime Doe was shot to death in a car off Highway 278 in Allendale. According to the U.S. Attorney's website, 2 men were charged in connection to this case, Daqua Ritter and Xavier Pinckney. The indictment says Ritter shot Doe on August 4th, 2019 because of her, quote, actual and perceived gender identity. Ritter is facing hate crime charges for murdering Doe because she was a transgender woman. In addition to murder, Ritter is facing obstruction of justice charges for lying about his whereabouts August 4th. In October last year, Xavier Pinckney pled guilty to obstruction of justice. The U.S. Attorney's website says he provided false and misleading information to state investigators. Pinckney admitted to concealing the use of his phone to text and call LaDime the day of the murder, while also lying about seeing Ritter that day. He faces 20 years in prison, which is the maximum for obstruction. While Ritter is on trial for a federal hate crime, among other charges including attempted kidnapping. He faces life in prison if he is found guilty of a hate crime. South Carolina does not have a state hate crime law, but there is a bill that was introduced in the State House of Representatives, but it stalled in the GOP-controlled state Senate. A state hate crime law would add 5 years to a prison sentence if someone was convicted of a violent hate crime. In studio, Zoe Henry, News 19, WLTX.
Well, again, that trial begins at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's at the federal courthouse here in Columbia.